I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On, Light Through, episode 205, my review of Invasion 1.5. Well, I thought the single most impressive thing in Invasion 1.5, up on Apple TV Plus yesterday, was that creepy, crawly little thing Anisha took out of the guy on that operating table. Now that saved his life, the other doctor told her, and taking it out likely did. But I think a far greater long-range consequence is that crawly thing is evidence of the interstellar life that invaded our planet. Now, whether it's an offspring of the invaders or some kind of parasite planted in the poor guy on the table, well, that's very significant indeed, with lots of story to tell there. Meanwhile, across the globe, Mitsuki's making some real progress. Her former boss at JASA, remember Mitsuki was fired, he turns out to be a decent human being, and he gives her run of the place. The combination of Mitsuki's smarts and the high tech there should help her find out what those sounds that are now being picked up from the destroyed space shuttle mean. A nice bonus would be if she indeed finds her lover, somehow still alive. The U.S. President's speech did tie all four theaters together, as I hoped something would last week, and that was good to see. The content, though, of the speech was obvious and nothing special. Also, as I told an interviewer back on an episode of Ancient Aliens in 2010, it doesn't and shouldn't really matter what our leaders tell us when we're visited by extraterrestrials. It's a whole new ballgame once that happens. And in a democracy, no president was ever really elected to deal with invaders from outer space. By the way, if you'd like to see a clip of that interview, it's up on YouTube. I'll put in the link in the show notes to this episode of Light On, Light Through. Trevante in Afghanistan, well, he was a little more interesting than he was in his segment last week, and the conversation with his wife provided a good segue into the presidential address. Over in England, nothing of any great consequence happened, but as I said last week, 3 out of 4 segments performing well is just fine with me, especially when 2 of them are as strong as they were in episode 1.5. So I'll see you here next week with my review of the next episode of Invasion.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that brief review of Invasion 1.5. As I keep saying, these are a great few weeks for television. So I'll be back here soon. Actually, I'm not sure. It could be a review of the new Tom Hanks movie Finch. It could be a review of the return of Dexter to Showtime. And in the weeks ahead, there'll be all kinds of reviews and some special episodes of Light On, Light Through. 2 interviews and a conversation about the Foundation series. Well, I'll leave you with those teasers. I'll tell you more about all that little by little in the next few episodes of Light On, Light Through. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and enjoy.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplottoSaveSocrates.com.
Paul Levinson's Silk Code, about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.